Deontay Wilder co-manager Shelly Finkel exposes Tyson Fury, ESPN, and Top Rank's offer to Deontay Wilder for a Wilder Fury 2 rematch. And you guys won't believe some of the details. Stay tuned.
It's no secret that Joshua did not want this fight. And he didn't want it for a reason, because Deontay Wilder is the most fiercest puncher in boxing history, in heavyweight division history. And I saw that tonight and I felt it. No wonder AJ didn't want no part of that right hand. He can't move like me, he'd have been nailed.
What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We working. You know, get ready for the Box Fan Expo. You can purchase tickets from me. I am an affiliate. Link is in the description. It will be the week of Canelo versus Jacobs. Now, also in the description, shout out to worldboxingnews.net. They have an exclusive interview. This time is coming from Deontay Wilder's co-manager, Shelly Finkel. You know, Eddie Hearns calls him Shirley Winkle, Dinkle, and all this other stuff. And many people know the name, at least. Some people know the face, but definitely the name from the Eddie Hearns, Anthony Joshua Wilder saga. He did an exclusive interview, and he explains, as you guys can see on the screen. Again, link in the description so you can give them the traffic as well. I just want to give my thoughts on it. Exclusive. Shelly Finkel talks Wilder versus Fury 2 collapse and the Top Rank offer. So, you know, naturally I click on it and want to see what it's about. It says Deontay Wilder co-manager Shelly Finkel opened up to WBN on the fallout of a failed rematch with British rival Tyson Fury. Finkel was as disappointed as anyone when the return bout collapsed. Fury's new ESPN deal had placed a significant block on an already agreed deal. Now, before I continue, new media. Before I even seen this, before it was revealed and the WBC got noticed that Tyson Fury was going a different route, I told you, and as soon as they announced that Tyson Fury ESPN deal, I had my worries. Wilder Fury 2 is in jeopardy for next. You know, I never said it will never happen, but as far as it happening next, like we all thought, you know, I said I'm gonna wait till the outcome, but you know, I have my fears and I have my worries, and guess what? My intuition, that new media intuition, Ego's Army, did it again, and my fears were proven right. Let's continue. The pair had thrashed out a second Showtime pay-per-view battle for May 18th. This came on the back of a superb first fight in December, just as contracts were ready to be inked. ESPN and Top Rank stepped in with a huge 5-fight deal for Tyson Fury. This included a warm-up fight before any Wilder saga continued. Ultimately, this ended hopes of the pair meeting next. Quote, this is Shelly Finkel, right here so you guys can see. We were ready to do the rematch next, and they obviously weren't, Finkel exclusively told World Boxing News. It seems Top Rank didn't want Fury to fight Deontay Wilder next, and so we moved on. Asked whether Fury's UK promoter Frank Warren had any input, Finkel replied, quote, I've been speaking to Frank every day, but it seems the ESPN deal meant the fight wasn't going to happen. We were open to a co-promotion with ESPN to make the rematch. It also would have been a 2-fight deal, but I guess it's not the right time for them. They said they wanted to fight, and now they don't. An offer was made to Deontay Wilder, as stated by Top Rank boss Bob Arum in previous interviews surrounding the Fury deal. Indulging in the details, Finkel said it just wasn't an acceptable proposal, as the Fury fight was pushed farther back than they wanted. Quote, we did receive an offer from Top Rank which included a multi-fight deal with Deontay Wilder, the New Yorker explained. The deal effectively meant signing Deontay Wilder over to them and included a purse for a fight before the Tyson Fury rematch, but we didn't want to, and are not going to, give up our fighter up to them. If we wanted to do a fight beforehand, we would do it ourselves. TV, it says, concluding on the ESPN deal and moving forward with Showtime, Finkel stated, Quote, "We never got as far as talking TV or sharing networks with ESPN as they just wanted to take a fight first. We didn't want to take a first fight. The only fight we wanted next was Tyson Fury. The fight was there for them and he didn't take it. So when the public ask him in the future, how come you didn't take the fight, it's going to be hard for him to give an answer. Deontay Wilder will still fight in May, either in New York or Las Vegas, and his plans won't change." Wow. So, you know, this is not really that shocking. This is kind of what I gathered, you know, but just to hear him say it is just like, wow, you know. And you guys could say what you want, you could sugarcoat it, you know. A lot of people, see, we talk about the double standards and stuff with new media. See, this is the thing. I like Tyson Fury, you know. Listen to I don't have to prove anything. If you don't believe me, listen to my past videos. But right is right, wrong is wrong. I go on a case-by-case basis. Tyson Fury, Frank Warren, they know what they did was wrong. They led these people, Showtime being these people, Deontay Wilder's team being these people, Jay Diaz, Shelly Finkel, Stephen Espn, you know, everyone involved into believing that they were down for the Wilder-Fury rematch. Behind the doors, they backdoored him and got this crazy offer from ESPN, and they decided to take him. You know, they didn't have any indication. Wilder's team thinks they're closing in. You know, Joshua just announced his fight with Gerald Big Baby Miller, knowing all along that they weren't going to take this particular fight, you know. And this is more proof of what I've been telling you. So, first of all, I told you this would definitely create a rift, him going over to ESPN. Shelly Finkel just told you the deal effectively meant signing Deontay Wilder over to them and included a purse for a fight before the Tyson Fury rematch, but we didn't want to and are not going to give up our fighter up to them. See, so what happens, let me explain the boxing business for some of you guys that don't understand behind the scenes. That's an insurance policy. See, the thing is, this is why we have so much with like Cold Wars and Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence. I don't think Terrence Crawford won't fight Errol Spence. I'm talking about them particularly, right? Knowing, being around Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, I think they personally would fight each other. But you got the people in suits, and they don't want to do that because then that requires splitting the pie with somebody else, things of that sort that is above the pay grade. That's why when Errol Spence said it and people got mad, this is what he was effectively talking about. He's like, I'm on this side of the street, man down. You know, I'll fight anybody, but, you know, I'd rather clean up my side of the street, no politics. You know, let Bob, Arum, and them do, you know, and he told you. And what he said was 100% true, and you see it now, you know. So this is an insurance policy. Top Rank deal, they did, because Bob Arum said he sent over an offer. So Shelly Finkel, and again, I have no idea why Shelly Finkel would lie about this. And, you know, beyond that, fuck what I believe, show receipts. If that's not the contract, you know, the ball's in Top Rank's court. You know, file a cease and desist because he put out some information if it's a lie. You know, show the paperwork, show the real contract that you did sign. You know, they're not going to do that because I really believe that what Shelly Finkel is saying is true, you know. But if it's not, then Todd DeBow or Bob Arum, one of them could get on record and say, hey, that's not true. We didn't want to tune up. Then, you know, then they should fight in May then. But we know what he's saying is likely to be the case, you know. But anyway, Shelly Finkel, he's telling you that he's giving you the game. One, they wanted a tune-up fight, which we didn't want. We wanted to go, you know, straight into the rematch with Tyson Fury, right? Two, they wanted to you know, sign a multi-fight deal with Deontay Wilder, meaning, see, that's, again, it's an insurance policy because that means no matter if Fury wins or if he gets knocked out, it's going to be an ESPN fighter for at least a few fights so they don't lose. See, the thing is, these networks, what they don't want, you know, a Showtime fighter to do a joint promotion and possibly knock out Tyson Fury, who they have this 5-fight deal with in business venture, and we know Wilder's strong. See, these people aren't dumb. They know Wilder has killer power and he's going to try to come with a better game plan. And everyone's seen the 12th round, so it's without a shadow of a doubt, if anyone was hurt in the first fight, it was definitely Tyson Fury. You know, he was pretty much out of there. And see, this is the thing. Tyson Fury, he already buried himself if he tries to change it now, because I have video of him where he specifically said Wilder is the hardest puncher in heavyweight history, and he was on ESPN with Max Kellerman. They did like a satellite feed side by side, and he already told the world that he was unconscious. So, you know, there's a lot of people said, oh, he wasn't unconscious, how did he get up so quick? False. Tyson Fury told Max Kellerman, I don't remember the knockdown, I just remember getting up on the count of 4. I was unconscious, out. He said I was out like a light switch. So, you know, what I'm saying is 100% the case. They know the power of Deontay Wilder. They don't want, you know, a Showtime fighter to, especially at heavyweight, that we know can hurt your fighter, you know, because he hurt him in the first fight, and you have a new 5-fight deal with him that you're, you know, spending a lot of money with him. We don't want you to come play spoiler and then go run off to Showtime, keep your belt, and we're stuck with the remnants, you know. Tyson Fury no longer undefeated, and we got to keep paying him out for 4 more fights. That's why. So, you know, the network is trying to help Tyson Fury. You know, hey, take it easy. You just had a tough fight with Wilder, even though you were outboxing him for large chunks of the fight. The damage he inflicted with the power he has in certain rounds, and just you know, the first 3 rounds, 4 rounds, and then the 9th and 12th or whenever the knockdowns occur, you know, take it easy. We want you to come back. We want to, they're telling the public that they want it so they can build up. But I believe it's because they're giving Tyson Fury so much money, and they don't want Wilder to come in there and just, you know, in this. They want to milk it. You know, it's just common business practices. But, you know, I appreciate Shelly Finkel's honesty. He sounds pretty sincere in a lot of these manners, and everything considered, it sounds as if they wanted a tune-up fight. So, you know, new media is kicking old media's ass, man. It's like laughable at this point. Here's why. There's people that deny everything that I say on my videos, and, you know, they run around, act stupid after these fights, like, oh, Wilder got his ass kicked, you know, he got his monkey ass kicked, and Wilder lost, and the world knows he lost, and Braun's bummer, and, you know, Beyonce Wilder this. But guess what? If all of what you guys are saying is true, oh, he's windmill Wilder, I'm surprised he was able to connect, and, you know, this and that. If those things that you guys are saying about this man is true, then how is it that he's pushing for the rematch, and Tyson Fury, who you guys say won 10 rounds to 2, you know, he's the one, and his side and his team, corroborated by his side, Frank Warren, in a recent interview with Talk Sport, right? Then explain to me, how come he wants a tune-up? Why wouldn't it be Wilder who wants a tune-up? Look, Talk Sport. See, we cover all our bases. This is an interview. But due to Fury's lucrative new deal with Top Rank, which sees ESPN become the exclusive broadcaster of fights in the US, the Brit must pursue an exposure fight, a quote, exposure fight in America before taking on Wilder. It's not our doing, Warren told Talk Sport. ESPN and Top Rank are insisting that they want to give Tyson an exposure fight in the US and then go to this fight with Deontay Wilder after. It's unfortunate, but I'm hoping to get this fight September, October, fingers crossed. I'm hoping that Wilder fight does go on. I'm very disappointed that we are not going straight to it, but it's beyond our control. So basically, Tyson Fury ducked. There's no other way around it. His side ducked, you know, because he got involved with these new people, ESPN and Top Rank, and he said it's beyond their control. Well, you didn't have to sign the contract. You could have, you know, beat him again, and you could have just worked with Showtime, beat his ass like, you know, some of Tyson Fury's fans are saying, and then take the deal. You know, why would, if you're so confident you will beat him, you know, then why not beat him And see, and this is the funny thing, we can use old media's logic on them. You know, when Wilder was getting like ripped off and offered flat fees for Joshua, what did the fans say? A lot of them from the UK. Oh, if you're so confident you'll beat Anthony Joshua, then why don't you just beat him for short money, right? And then you could demand more in the rematch. So why didn't Tyson Fury do that? Why didn't he, since he was already in negotiations, he was already in bed with Showtime, and he already works with Frank Warren, then why didn't he just complete the deal, get the rematch cracking, and then get the ESPN deal after? If you're so confident you'll beat him, surely ESPN will still have money for you and still be wanting to throw you money. But we know the reason, that he felt that Wilder power, and he's not as confident that that will be the case, so he jumped on it. You know, the money was there, and they snaked Showtime and Deontay Wilder and went the money route. Clearly, he's talking about it's not our doing. It's unfortunate, and this, they're trying to sugarcoat it, but I'm not here to sugarcoat it. ESPN and Top Rank are insisting that they want to give Tyson an exposure fight in the US first, which is pure bullshit, because what more exposure fight do you need after Wilder Fury did cool pay-per-view numbers and was already in the US? Why are they trying to act like they have to build him? Wilder was on Joe Rogan. Tyson Fury was on Joe Rogan. The memes of Tyson Fury and the Undertaker stuff went viral the day of it happening. I was at the fight, and guess what? There was like elaborate ring walks. Wilder had this crown and gold mask and all this stuff like that. So it was a memorable first fight. So that's a way to sugarcoat it, and we want Tyson Fury to be more ready. They're talking about an exposure fight, which is absolute rubbish. How does he need an exposure fight in the US as if he hasn't fought Steve Cunningham in the US? As if he didn't make noise in the second fight with Wilder, as if people don't know who he is because he fought Klitschko, even though that was in Germany. You get what I'm saying? So this is clearly Tyson. Like, me personally didn't have any doubts, but now I know for a fact this is Tyson Fury's team's fault, So I'm going to label it what it is. This is a duck, because Wilder wants the immediate rematch, and your team's festing to it. Hey, it's beyond our control. So basically, you took the money, and that's what you got to live with. Period. And I just want to see the same level, of people chastising money and monetary decisions. So when Frank Warren and Tyson Fury go the money route and take care of do what's right, then I don't want to. Why do we have to hear about Floyd Mayweather fighting Conor McGregor? He was going to make more than Tyson Fury is going to make in one fight. You get what I'm saying? So why is it people like, oh, this is a circus, this is ridiculous? People are so fake in this boxing game. You get mad when Floyd Mayweather has big events and puts together these circus fights and stuff like that, and oh, he's not fighting the best, why don't you fight Errol Spence, why don't you fight Crawford or Keith Thurman? But then you're okay with Tyson Fury jumping out of the negotiations with Wilder, taking a tune-up fight instead of doing an immediate rematch. Again, look at the minority fighters, look at the black fighters, and tell me they're held to that same standard. Imagine if Andre Ward had a close contested fight with Sergey Kovalev and did this same move, switched networks, and created a gap. And then on top of that, him and his team outright, this is not just Shelly Finkel saying this, Frank Warren's telling you, they outright decided, hey, we need a tune-up fight. We need a tune-up now, And he's like, they're making us take an exposure fight, which is pure bullshit. How you need an exposure fight if you just fought in December in America? What exposure fight is going to be bigger than rematching Wilder? This is sad, man. This is sad. And like I said, I blame Tyson Fury's team. I don't blame them for getting paid, but it was a trade-off, and they knew this. They knew this was the trade-off. Take the money and, and less risk, and take a tune-up and grab the money while I was there. Or if you were so confident, go and fight Wilder, handle square business, and then you could do whatever you want after that. But clearly Wilder's power is the real deal, and that made them reconsider. hence why you've seen Ben Davison also say, hey, I don't know, I want to see Wilder fight AJ. So it's been a consistent message from Team Wilder. Wilder did a conference call 2 days after the fight, said, I want the Fury rematch. I don't know why people think I don't want it, but I do want it. You know, Shelly Finkel says, we turned down the deal. We didn't want a tune-up fight. We wanted straight into the Wilder fight. So I don't want to hear shit about who Wilder fights next. If he fights Dominic Breazeale, if he fights, it doesn't matter, Hank Lundy, Butterbean, I don't want to hear shit, because we know why he's not fighting a better fight like AJ. We know why he's not fighting a better fight like Tyson Fury, and he is the only one who stepped up to fight Luis Ortiz out of the big names. So as far as I'm concerned, if Wilder fights Breazeale, Dillian White, whoever, the janitor, Beetlejuice from Howard Stern, he could fight whoever he wants, because we know why he would be fighting that person. You know, he don't want a tune-up. It's Team Fury that wanted a tune-up, and they want an exposure fight when they just fought in America in December. Unbelievable. Make sure you smash the like button as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.